All right, so you've selected the property that you want to send to the client. So you make sure that you put a check mark on it. You click on the email button, and then by default we choose max-client. You can actually choose any of these, but the best looking one is this one, max-client. Then you click on add. You can also play around. When I give you access to Paragon to play around with it and practice, you can actually choose any of these options, send it to yourself so you can see how it looks like once it's sent to the client. But by default, we select max-client, click on the add button, click email, and then you put in the client's email address, and then subject, by default, link to listings. Again, just like Barry's, you can customize or personalize it so it's going to catch the client's attention based on your conversation. And then you can create your personal message here. Make it, remember to make it short but precise, and still showing your personality, not boring, but not too comfortable. And then once you have that message, the link for the listings is already there. You just have to click and send. So I'm going to send this to myself. And whenever you send an email, please observe proper capitalization, because at the end of the day, it's still a formal email. It's about business, buying a home. You don't want to deal with someone who doesn't even know how to create a simple formal email. So make sure that your capitalizations are correct and your grammar as well is correct. And your spelling. It's not like you're texting a friend and you're saving on space for whatever reason. Please make sure that you're typing the words correctly. And then you click send. Click close. That's it. So as I mentioned off the recording, you can also send properties that met the client's criteria, except one want criteria, not really a necessity, like maybe a pool, having a pool, or having an in-law unit. That's not really a necessity, but more on the wants side or wants criteria. Then you just have to let the client know. For example, this is the only property that has an updated kitchen, and the rest don't have an updated kitchen, but are neat and would actually allow them to customize it or remodel it the way she would like it to be. So you can also send it to the client. You can do that if the properties that match all of the client's criteria is not that many. Like in this example, there's only one that actually matches everything or every criteria. Then you can send the rest, the other four, and just let the client know that these properties have met all your criteria except having a pool or having an updated kitchen. You may want to go take a look at them. Let me know what you think. I'll talk to you soon. Just to give them other options instead of just having one property sent to them. Okay, so I'm going to show you another way of using Paragon or searching for properties using Paragon. If the client tells you, well, I currently live in Concord and I also work in Concord, but I know Concord is expensive, so I'll be willing to go a little bit farther, but I don't want to go any farther than 50 miles. Well, 50 miles is far, but that's just for example. So yeah, it's up to you. You can just look up for any other city as long as it's within the 50-mile radius. You can hear that a lot. So to do that, we click on search residential, given that they're looking for a single family or a condominium or a townhouse. So the last criteria or the last search criteria are still there. You just have to clear all. It's gonna clear all. And then you make sure that you choose all active, because if you fail to select all active under the status box, it's gonna pull up a lot of properties, because it's gonna include all the properties that are pending and even the ones that were sold in the past. So that's gonna be millions. So make sure that you selected all active, and then you put in the criteria 600,000, 3, 2, and then the client mentioned any cities within the 20-mile radius. So you can put in here, or you can Google, but it's gonna take a lot of your time. So this is what you can do. You can click on search by map. Click here to start map search. I really like this one. I get to draw. So you click on that, and then you wait for the page to load completely. Then under the draw button, you click on the down arrow, and then you click on radius. There it is. So you can type in the city that they wanna use as the point of reference. So Concord. Then you hit enter. The one that has the flag is where Concord is. So this is Concord. You hover your mouse to the flag. You tap it once, and then you can draw 50 miles. Wow. Let's just make it 20 miles. Let's say they just want to stay within the 20-mile radius. 20-mile radius. And then you tap it again once it has reached the number that the client mentioned. Loading results. Please wait. And then once that's done, it's going to show you properties in these areas in blue circles. You just click on add to criteria. Add to criteria. Shape 1 radius. So that's it. And you have 468 count search. So let's say they want single story again. So secondary criteria. Stories. And the magnifying glass. Single story. Click save. It's now down to 206. It's still a lot. I want it with a pool. Yes. 268 down to 23. That's a pretty good number. Let's say they want it to have a garage. Click on the magnifying glass. Yes. Click on save. It's now down to 22. It's still 22. I think it's a good number. You can send that out to the client. And you click on search. So all of these homes match the criteria. They're all available. You can just put click this box to check all of the properties. Check all the properties out, and then click on email. So by default, Max Client, click add, click the email button, and then create your message and press send. So the first email that we sent to the client, just like Barry's, it's going to give you a copy. This is how it's going to look like. And you can click on the link to see how it looks on their end. And this is the one that I told you earlier about, that is going to give you the link to each of the properties. It's going to be listed on this side, but we only sent one property to the client. So you click on that and it's going to show the details here. So say we have 10 listings, and you just click on each one and it's going to display information on the other side. So that's it. Alright, so that's how you use Paragon. Again, Paragon is for Contra Costa and Alameda counties. You can actually search by cities, counties, areas, as well as by radius. I also talked about how to send an email and what default format we use in sending properties. So that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Talk to you soon.